Hi, this is Bill, and I've spent 35 years leading an organization. And I've spent those 35 years studying lots of books, lots of theology, because my organization has been a church. And I have a stack of theology books here that I've used and read and studied. And when it comes to conflict, they contain the truth, but it's scattered throughout. And I've spent many years studying, experiencing, and teaching conflict. And out of that experience, I want to share with you 7 key elements that must be in your organization to make it an organization that is conflict resistant. And that's what we want. We want a conflict resistant organization because that's better to do prevention than to clean up the mess afterwards. And so here are the 7 different elements that need to be in your organization. The first one is it needs to be relational. Now, what do I mean by relational? Well, let's say this. It's not permission to go beyond boundaries, but it is being authentic and real. The second element is to be transparent. You know, we need to be open to wrong and admitting it. We need to be willing to be transparent, to be seen for who we really are. And then we need to be proactive. That's the third one. In conflict, a lot of times we're tempted to ignore it. But what we need to be is proactive. Not abusive, but proactive. And then number 4 is graceful or full of grace. We need to be full of that grace that extends when people make mistakes. But along with graceful comes truthful. You see, graceful doesn't negate truthfulness, and truthfulness doesn't negate gracefulness. We need both grace and truth. That's what Jesus was. He was full of grace and truth. Perfect balance. And then your organization needs to be confessional. That is, that when we make mistakes, we need to confess it. We need to say, I'm sorry. We need to know what we brought to the issue, own it, and deal with it. And number 7 is forgiving. You know, people are not confessional because they're afraid others are not forgiving. But if we will extend forgiveness, then others can have freedom to admit they're wrong. Now, forgiveness doesn't take away consequences. Consequences are consequences. But we still can release people from our judgment because that is what forgiveness is. Well, those are the 7 key elements of a conflict-resistant organization. And I hope that you will take these 7, examine your organization, and see if they're active. See if they're at work within your organization. And if they are, you will have a conflict-resistant organization. You have a good day.